What is going on, everyone? My name's Boyd, and I've stuffed the intro up pretty bad by muting my mic. So we're currently at 3 minutes and 20 seconds of this game. We've got Joe in the right side of the map playing ISIS. We've got Kimo in the left side of the map playing as Oranos. And it's a best of 5, and you know the drill, and we're in the game, and we've already got Prometheus coming through. Joe sent the obelisk to the front of the map, and he may be going for Anubis here, going for some aggression, but Kimo's already advancing quite fast, 4 minutes, and such is life. Anyways, Joe can grab this forward town center if he wants, but the Oracle's going to be searching for something to attack here. And we'll see how he goes. If he knows it's here, there's a lot of villagers here, so he can defend against this just by villager fighting. Bast is incoming for Joe, so obviously Joe wants to go for the pre-siege here. He's got no back hunt. He's got pigs in his base. A little bit of pigs in the base. So that's totally fine. And he's going to be coming over onto the hunt here. Oh, no wall segments up on the forward towers. This is opening up his base quite a bit. We will see the granary coming down for Joe. Joe's left one giraffe in his base, though, so that's huge. Going to give him a lot of extra food in order to get to the next stage. He's chopping down some wood, so this is looking like a one town center, fast heroic, pre-spam. It's sort of the only thing that Joe can do here. Alright. And it looks like Joe loses his tower, but he's okay. It's fine. I don't see an armory going up just yet for Joe. There it is. One villager, one armory. This all in that Joe's going for. You don't have to advance that fast. It doesn't matter. You just have to make sure that you get a good prosperity on this gold mine, get all the priests out, and do what you can. The question is going to be, what is Kimo going to be doing? Kimo's actually going for just Terma here. Just Terma. This is like exactly what you want if you're playing ISIS. Just Terma, go for the priest siege. See if it works for Joe. Armory coming up now. Terma coming through, sees the gold mine, realizes he can't get out this way because Joe's walled him in. He's gonna trap the Terma inside. The Terma can't run away. He traps the Terma and he gets the kill. Well done, Joe. Living the dream. Guys saying, just missing it. Oh, it's a very, very, very dead citizen. Oh, poor Joe. If you found that would have been huge. Still no advance just yet. Joe very short on resources. Almost out. Oh, does he have the food? He does have the food. There we go. He's going to get Nephthys just before 8 minutes. Good timing. Pharaoh's coming over. Going to cast that prosperity, build a second temple, get Spirit of the Mart as soon as he hits the third age here. There's the prosperity. Nice defense here from Joe. Very difficult to be attacked. We are seeing the town center coming out now for Kimo. And Kimo has made no attempt to defend against this all-in that's coming in. No attempt to swap what he's building. Terma do not work against the priest siege at all. There's the second temple. And Joe not even hiding it right at the front of his base. Obviously, this is what he's going to be doing. And he's just like, yep, we're just going to go for it. There's no real other thing you can do. He's not building any priest just yet, just getting out Hands of the Pharaoh first. Get Spirit of the Mark, get as much gold as you possibly can here. Should just build a market as well as soon as you can, and then put all the villagers onto wood after the gold's gone. And you can trade for siege weapons as well. Totally works. Pharaoh getting moved over onto the temple to get that Spirit of the Mart out a little bit early. Siege works coming up now for Joe. No villagers getting built. I don't know if that's on purpose or not. There they are. There's the villagers. And what is Kimo doing? No catapulties. No military barracks. No heroic age, but he may be attempting to get there as soon as he possibly can here. And Joe got 300 gold left. Still doesn't throw up the market. I think that's a big mistake. Throw that market up instantly so that you can start trading. How much gold in the bank for Joe? He's got 1,100. He's going to be spamming these priests out, and he's given away this. Obviously, it's what he's doing, but he, like I said, not attempting to hide it. And there's the priest out. Nice micro here from Joe pulling back. Remember, these are priests; they can heal each other, so you don't really want to fight unless you have a kill. Nice micro from Kimo trying to get in and get some damage done. Go after the villagers. Oh, misses. And the villagers finishing up on the gold mine here. We'll see where Joe wants to go. He can just move forward and throw up a Milk Doll stronghold onto this gold mine. At this point, I think he's got enough priests. But still no market means he's got nothing to fall back on. Oh, nice snipe here from Joe. Picking off one Tourney now. Do we see that heroic age is coming through? Nope. Military barracks coming up for Kimo. Joe deciding to turn around with his villagers for some reason. Nice snipe of the Scorpion, man. That's a big hit to the all-in here from Kimo. Oh, from Joe, because he doesn't have the Scorpion, man. Going to be losing the Sphinx as well, it looks like, as these priests are all idle here. And Joe going for this mining camp here. The villager does get picked off. And the mining camp's coming up. Siege tower's rolling forward here. He's only got 3 so far. And that's probably enough to make a move forward. And now Joe's got more gold income here. We are seeing the Tourney getting sniped. One hero citizen. Not enough. We see more military barracks up for Kimo, throwing so many of them down. I actually really like that from Kimo because the military buildings get destroyed. And oftentimes you don't have them remaining in order to keep building units, but you have the resources. And these military barracks just look like a little bit of a fake here. Oh, Hyperion's out now for Kimo. So he's going to attempt to make Contarius here, it looks like. He hasn't started building them, though. How many resources does he have? He's got enough to build quite a few. Kimo's coming down to the bottom side of the map. So we're looking for raids over here. Siege towers out. Priests are out. It's enough to defend here. These Tourney really don't do much. Now the priests coming into this location. Have we seen Contarius coming out? We do see them starting to come out now. We've got heavy cavalry coming through for Kimo as well. This is exactly what he needed to do. He's going to be losing his town center though for sure. And we do see an Ancestors Eclipse into the home base of Kimo. We do see the Pharaoh under attack now by the hero citizen. Joe not paying attention to his Pharaoh could be huge here. Very detrimental. The town center does fall. The Pharaoh falls. More priests moving forward now. We see some armories coming up. Barracks coming up for Joe as he realizes he has to deal with the Contarius. But can these Ancestors Eclipse, can they pick off the citizens? They can get 3 citizen kills. Absolutely huge. The siege towers need to move in, start hitting Kimo's base here. Contarius looking for raids here, not going to be defending his home base. And another kill. Joe microing these ancestors around, getting so much value out of them. And now Joe moving in with these siege towers, taking down the buildings, ignoring the sentry towers, picking off these Tourney. The raid onto the villagers here. Villagers going to be turning around. Are they going to choose to fight this or not? They can probably fight back here. It's only 8 Contarius. They are hero Contarius. But Joe not paying attention here. Finally deciding to turn around and fight these guys off now. Kimo's going to be attempting to run away, but he's got the surround right now. That's huge for Joe. And Joe's getting this crazy big attack here, but there's no myth units. There's no myth units to help out. The Contarius have 32% PS armor. He's picked off so many of those Contarius from those villages in his base right now as the siege tower is going to town on these units here. Trying to on these buildings, I should say. Priest taking out all of the Contarius here. Or there's really just not that many. It's like 1 billion Toxotes against only a couple of Contarius or Hippocon or something like that. The priests do win this one, but it's looking like he does not have enough as the reinforcements are coming now. And he's trying to fight this off, trying to find his way into a concave. But their heavy Contarius look like it's enough to defend. And Joe's attack has done damage though, but it's a lot of resources lost. And Joe's going to have to transition into Spearman. He's got no food economy right now. He's moving over onto the hunt here as well. And he's got no upgrades. The Contarius picking off all of the priests. Kimo living another day. Really clutch defense here from Kimo as the Spearmen coming in. The Spearmen do act as a little bit of a meat shield for these priests though. So we'll see if that matters. But Chaos coming in. Going to be continuing to move in. Spearman hitting the priest in the back. Contarius hitting the priest in the front. Preventing them from retreating at all. We do see a Migdol stronghold coming up for Joe now. Well, where does he go? What's the option here? He's on one town center. He needs to get his town centers up. He needs to find some way to continue here. But it's just like Kimo's got what he needs. He did lose quite a few citizens though. That is the key. He's only got 13 citizens. Contarius, heavy Contarius are huge at this stage of the game. We do see some Scorpion Men coming out. That's a big unit here. Big unit to prevent this from coming in. And those Contarius deciding against hitting this location. The Migdol strongholds up. Spearmen getting pumped out as well. We don't see any farms coming. Anything for Joe just yet as the Contarius still looking for a way to attack this Joe economy here. And Joe has found himself in a position where he probably would have been as Ra without, like, in a good position as Ra. So we'll see if he can utilize the Isis here to make something good happen. We are seeing the town center coming back up for Kimo. And we'll see if Kimo can recoup here and continue in this game. He's full population. He's got all the Contarius in the world against these spearmen. They die very, very fast without upgrades. And Kimo trying to take this fight, deciding against hanging around. He kills off one and he's going to be retreating back, but took a lot of damage here. And we see that Joe is now out of food. He has to start farming. How much gold in the bank for him? He's got 1,100 gold in the bank, so he can transition into the farms nicely. So we'll see if he wants to... Well, he hasn't thrown up the market. There it is. See if he wants to grab this... Or he's going for the giraffe. Grab this town center and start farming or something like that. We'll see if... Oh, Joe actually has a pretty good timing here to prevent this town center. He's running away from it, though. He can come in. Can he get the siege tower onto the town center in time? No, the town center is going to get up. Contarius sniping siege towers in the back. Nice micro from Kimo in order to do that. Hitting the chariot archers with that shockwave, keeping his citizen alive for the time being. And Joe has to retreat back. We are seeing, meanwhile, huge raid in the top, picking off one citizen there. Nice play from Joe. While this is all going on, the spearmen sort of need to fight this because they take a lot of damage from retreating, but we'll see how far he can get away. There is a Scorpion Man here. No heroes. Or there is one hero here. One hero Arcus for Kimo. Joe's still trying to pump out units, but he's so short on food here, which can be the big mistake when you're making spearmen, is that your villagers start not getting produced here. But these Contarius, they do die to these myth units very, very well. Only 28% hack armor. So these spearmen start doing fairly nicely once they get those upgrades in. Still not quite getting this Scorpion Man in the back. Needs to target down that hero Arcus, and it's looking like that's exactly what Joey wants to do. Nice micro from Kimo to pull it back, though. Nice play from both players there in that fight. And now Joe retreating back. He's got a good army here. He's got a good army, but he needs to think about where's his next gold mine going to be. Obviously here is fine. Where are these villagers looking? There's no food down there. Oh, there's an elephant, actually. I don't know if Joe knows about it, though. Kimo's still putting pressure on. Would have liked him to just grab this town center or go Mythic Age here. How's the economy looking? Looks like Kimo is going Mythic, but so's Joe. It is exactly what Joe needs to do. Joe needs to get Osiris here. He's going to be in a good spot. So if Joe can get Osiris and Hecate comes through Can't place Heke down on this location. Potentially, Monument to the Soldiers here would be huge as well, but Joe might not see it coming. And actually, Joe's going to be in a really difficult situation here as he has to move to this gold mine over here. Looks like he's going for the lumber camp. Village is moving up to the top of the map here. Hovik Ontarius having his eye on this gold mine. Does look like the villagers spot this one. And he's going to be retreating back. Siding against going on that. He can trade the wood. Obviously, that's still an option if we check out the selling wood. Still 68, so it's not the worst. Now seeing a palace coming down for Kimo now. Securing this town center. Securing this gold mine. Nice play. We are seeing the Contarius sneaking around the side as Joe's still just trying to keep his villagers alive here. Potentially Joe... Ooh, Joe could go for an all-in on this, I guess. With the villagers as the Contarius are out of position here. It's a really smart move here. Taking down the palace. Ooh, nice snipe of that citizen there. Villagers going to town on this location. The Contarius are going to be looking for a place to Tartarian gate here. There's the Osiris for Joe. And he's going to be converting his Son of Osiris, but he needs to be careful. Contarius out. They're fast. They do some damage. Joe going to be moving in. He's going to grab this gold mine for himself. Nice raid coming in onto this location. Contarius do sniff it out though. There will be enough to defend this. 2 Contarius, 3 Contarius. Plenty to defend this. There is a really low citizen here. Joe not paying attention. And Contarius still looking for somewhere to Hecate here. Somewhere to Tartarian gate. There is nowhere with that monument to the villagers in his base. Potentially he could... Oh wow, that range is so much lower than I used to than I remember. Okay, Tartarian gate comes out. How does Joe deal with this now? How does he deal with it? Maybe get some catapult out? Get a catapult out and you could possibly just siege away at it? This town center is going to be going down here. We do see Joe going for what looks to be some sort of a gold staff, and Kimo not paying attention. His army gets completely destroyed here by the Son of Osiris, and the rest of those units making a run for that town center there. Contarius raids coming in, going to attempt to hit this gold mine now. Villagers getting chased down. Town center for Joe falls by that Tartarian gate. Really, really nice Tartarian gate here. So 2 town centers to 0 town centers here. Contarius now hitting the middle gold mine here of Joe. And Joe looks like he's got no options here. He's going to sneak the top gold mine here. But we'll see if that works out for him. Contarius sniping so many villages, and Joe's got no town centers. You can't be losing this amount of villages on 1 town center, let alone 0 town centers here. But he still has his Son of Osiris, and if he's got his Son of Osiris, he's in a good position. Shockwave onto those chariot archers as the Contarius coming in, surrounding the Son of Osiris. Joe going to be losing his strongest unit here. Not going to be able to get it back as the Contarius able to snipe that one. And Joe's hopes and dreams in this game have been destroyed. And Kimo takes the game, going up 2-1 against Joe in this best of 5. Really nice play from Joe here, but even better from Kimo, showing how to defend against the Priest Siege incredibly well there by making all those Contarius, getting heavy Contarius out, and able to just completely decimate the Priest. And Joe not able to transition into the food fast enough. I think potentially cavalry could have been an option here instead of the spearmen, and that might have been a better way to go. It's a little bit less food. Units are a little bit more efficient, and he would have been able to spend more of that gold he had, and then get the farms going and be okay. But he didn't do that. Went for the spears, and it didn't quite work out for him. Too many villages lost, and Kimo takes the win. If you enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow button on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.